And folks, we're out in the garden, and you know what? It's very cool this time of year. And one thing that allows us to do is plant a lot of different types of trees, roses, and of course, those fruiting type vines. And we've got a lot of them out here, but let's talk about a few that I like to plant this time of year. Why? One, it saves money, and two, this cool weather gives these plants time enough to get established out in the garden. One of them is blackberries, and you can grow a lot of different types of blackberries. I like to grow the Womax or the Brazos. There's a lot of different types of blackberries out here in the Southwest. They do very well. Grow them along a wall or any type of area that you want a little bit of protection, because that protective barrier is going to be basically full of thorns. I don't know if you've ever been in a blackberry patch, but folks, it can really scratch you up. And what you want to do is grow it similar to what we do. We've got it along our wall back there as a protective barrier, because people used to jump over there, kind of borrow my lawnmower and my pruners. Well, voila, we put a couple of blackberries in there. Not only do we get that protective barrier, but we get a lot of edibles in the springtime all at the same time. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing like fresh blackberries in the morning with a little bit of cream and sugar. Now, something else you might want to try, grapes. Grapes do fantastic out here. We've got a lot of them growing out here. You want to plant them like we talked about this time of year. You can grow several different varieties. There's the Minoka, the Thompson, or of course the Flame. All these are table grapes. Folks, we don't grow wine grapes out here, at least in the lower deserts out here, but these do fantastic. Now, a couple things about grapes. They do like full sun, unlike our blackberries, which like a little bit of partial sun. They will grow on a trellis, similar to what you're looking at back there. We're just getting ready. Over my right shoulder here, you can see some back against that wall. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and prune them this time of year. That's another segment. But for now, we want to go ahead and plant these guys. By planting them, it's very easy. Like your blackberries, you want to plant them in a lot of compost. And compost is the ideal situation. Work on a little bit of bone meal, some extreme granules. Plant them on a little bit of a mound. Do not plant them too deep. Keep them damp, about as wet as a damp sponge, and you're on your way towards really growing some very nice grapes here in the desert Southwest. One thing I do with grapes, I'll grow them on a small arbor or pergola like you're seeing back there. Look like they're dead this time of year, but they are actually deciduous, and the reason they're deciduous is, well, they lose a lot of leaves this time of year to kind of get a nice, well, healthy rest. So what you're looking at there is a bare root type vine, which allows the sun to come through and at the same time allows the plant to rest. Last but not least is my fig trees. And we've got a lot of different types of figs you can grow out here. This happens to be a Black Mission. You can find a lot of these trees in your nurseries right now, along with your apples, your plums, your pears, and in your upper elevations, your nectarines and almonds. All those do fantastic out here in the desert Southwest. Make sure, if you're down here in the lower deserts, you're asking for low chill hour type trees. What do we mean by that? Anything with lower chill hours than 300 hours or less, you're going to be on your way towards a nice, healthy, producing desert type tree.